Bad Wolf here, and I'm looking at a new modern deck. I try to stay a little bit in my wheelhouse, but branch out from something other than burn and something other than red. And so today, we're looking at Affinity. This is basically a very fast aggro deck, yes, but this deck is usually colorless. It is blistering fast. Usually you're done by turn 305, which sounds exactly like what I like playing. If your opponent isn't prepared, yeah, they're gonna be dead really fast. Unfortunately for this deck, there are some really good hate cards against it, like Stony Silence. That card basically shuts down this entire deck. And of course, since this deck is very aggro-y and it requires lots of creatures to be on the battlefield and attacking, it is very weak to board wipes. So let's take a look at some of the creatures that you'll be finding in this deck. You'll have creatures like Ornithopter and Memmonite. Very cheap, aka 0 mana, but they are artifacts and they can attack, theoretically, even though Ornithopter is a 0/2. If you pump it up enough, that's greater than 0, and that'll attack for something. Signal Pest and Vault Scourge each have their own unique benefits. Signal Pest, you can battle cry and give your entire field of creatures attacking your opponent some +1 action there, and believe me, that hurts. Vault Scourge has that awful keyword lifelink. Good, I guess it's not awful if you're anything but a burn player. Then there's some of your more payoffy creatures. They're still really cheap, but they do a lot for you. Arcbound Ravager and Steel Overseer help pump your creatures up, and Edge Champion and Master of Ethereum can get out of hand very quickly. Occasionally, you'll also see Spellskite in there to help from protection or from burn spells, like, I usually play. You can redirect those and only take 2. Some of the spells you'll be seeing are things like Mox Opal. If you've got enough artifacts, which you will, you can turn that Metalcraft on. Start tapping to get your colored spells out, like Master of Ethereum or Galvanic Blast. You also have Springleaf Drum to help produce that colored mana you need, and Cranial Plating as if you just needed more help. There it is. It's an artifact, and it works really well in this deck. As for lands, you don't actually see anything with actual colors in it. You have Darksteel Citadel, which, hey, guess what? It's an artifact. You have Spire of Industry, which, hey, guess what? You kind of need artifacts to start producing colored mana, which is easy enough in this deck. You have 2 other lands that you usually see, Ink Moth Nexus and Blink Moth Nexus, both of which turn into, yeah, you guessed it, artifact creatures. So basically the goal of this deck is to get as many possible artifacts on the board, including those Signal Pests, and swing for 1 billion damage on like turn 2 and 3. And if Signal Pest isn't gonna do it, there's Cranial Plating, and hey, you might as well just finish them off with Galvanic Blast. To be told, I'm very looking forward to playing this deck. It's right up my alley, and if there's anything that I know how to do, it is play creatures and turn them sideways. Leave that in the comments below, like this video, and subscribe for more.